Have y'all ever experienced hindsight bias? Hindsight is 2020, you know that statement, hindsight when you look back at something on your life. And maybe you're an adult looking back on something that happened when you were a kid. Maybe you were a little kid and you reacted badly to something. Or maybe you were going through abuse and you didn't know how to deal with it. And you look back as an adult now and you go, why did I let that continue? Or why did I react that way? Or why didn't I get out of there? Or why? Or I should have. I shoulda, woulda, coulda, shoulda done this, shoulda done that. Here's the thing. You're an adult now with all this knowledge. When you were a kid, you didn't have all this knowledge. So, hindsight can be really tricky for you in that sense because you look back with what you know now and kind of shame yourself for not knowing it. But how could you know it? You were a child. You were young. You didn't have life experience. And what happened to you happened. It sucked. It was bullshit. It never should have happened. And the people who hurt you were wrong. But it was never your fault. There's no, oh, I should have known this. No. You shouldn't have had to know how to survive abuse. Nobody should have to know that because nobody should have to go through it. But you didn't know what you didn't know. So you want to know something you can do when those memories creep up and that inner child comes running to you and you want to yell at them for not knowing better? I want you to kneel down to that little child you and go, it's okay that you didn't know what you didn't know. You're small and you're scared, and I'm here for you. And then you tell that child, thank you for surviving this, because I got to become me. Whoever you are right now, you got to become that person because that child survived. And when we're going through abuse and we don't have a lot of life experience, we just do what we can to survive it. We may say and do things that we would be humiliated about now. But back then, when you're a kid, your life is all about emotions. All these emotions and all these things that you don't have much context for. And now you do. And so you look back with all this context and you shame that poor little kid just like the abusers did. That kid doesn't need any more hurt. Don't hurt that inner you anymore. You thank that self for surviving and getting you to where you are now. Because you didn't know what you didn't know. But now you know better. You have more coping skills that you didn't have at that time. So it's different. It really is. And you're not a bad person for surviving the way you did. You got through that hellish situation that nobody should have to go through. And that nobody comes equipped to just figure their way out of it. Nobody is equipped to deal with adults who are big and scary and hurt them. No child is equipped for that. No teenager is equipped for that. And when you're a teenager, you have more language, but you still don't have the language to explain your experiences. When you're a teenager, you're still about feelings, and now you've got impulses, and so you might react in ways that you're embarrassed about now. But that teenager got you through. And if you're a teenager now, just know that who you are now is helping you survive. And who you'll be in 10, 15, 20, 30 years. In my case, it's been 30 years since I was a teenager, because I'm 45. But in the decades that follow your life now, you will gain experience that you don't have now. And if you're an adult looking back at your teenage self now, just remember you didn't have the life experience to know what you know now. But all those years of growing into who you are now has given you that experience. So who you were in those moments is what got you through those moments to survive them. And even if it wasn't great, but it got you through alive, hey, thank that self. Thank that younger self. And when you start thinking, I should have, instead say, I'm grateful to have survived that. I'm glad I'm still here. That shouldn't have happened to me, but it got me here. And here is wherever you are right now, whoever you are right now. You know, we're always changing, but to quote Doctor Who, don't forget all the people that you used to be, because they all became who you are now. And they got you through. And they got you here, alive. So don't hurt yourself anymore about who you were or what happened to you, because you didn't know what you didn't know. You didn't know then what you know now. So be kinder to yourself, okay? Love you.